Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor Hazelton, and in today's video I'll be telling you 5 potential reasons as to why your book may not be selling on Amazon KDP. Before we get started, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all the support so much. Feel free to check out my Facebook group. I'll leave the description in the comment below, along with some free resources, and please go and watch some of my other videos on my channel. Alright, let's get started. So, 5 different reasons that your book may not be selling. These aren't all the reasons in the entire world, and these are just some of the most common ones I think tend to affect whether or not a book sells. So reason number 1 is that you have a bad cover. Now I know that might be a bit harsh if you're looking at your cover and someone tells you that it's really bad, but sometimes we need to hear it. So look at your cover, look at the competitors in your niche. If you're new to designing, it's totally okay. I don't have some of the best covers, and I'm still learning, but that's what this business is all about. It's trial and error and figuring out how to do things best. I'm not the most artistic person, so sometimes my covers take a little bit more work, and it's taken me a little longer to develop some covers that are good, and that's perfectly okay. If you want to spend some money, there are some websites where you can pay someone to create a cover for you, so that is another option. However, personally for me, I don't really have the extra money to spend on this right now, so that is why I'm doing my best to learn on my own, and it's something that I really want to learn and educate myself on anyways. But that is one huge reason, because their cover is the first thing that people see. They may look at your title, but usually they'll see the cover, and if it's really intriguing to them or is, like, piques their interest, then they'll click on it. So look at your cover, think if you find it good or not, or what you can fix about it, or just show some family members or friends that you trust to tell you the truth, and maybe they can help you out or give you some ideas, but that is one main reason that a book will not sell. Another reason going along with your book itself is you don't have a good interior. So people can do the look inside option on Amazon usually whenever they buy a book, and sometimes it shows a few pages or more than that. You can, I believe you can message them and change how many pages you show. So if maybe your book isn't showing as many pages as if you'd like to, that may also be hindering your success in case people want to see all the pages you have to offer, in case you have a bunch of different ones in there. But you may have just a bad interior. Now if it's something like a notebook and it's a plain interior, then it is most likely your cover. But if it's something more intricate, like a food and symptoms log or some type of logbook, then interior will probably be extremely important, because that's the whole reason they're buying the book, is for what's inside of it. At least normally, if it's something that is more detailed. So look at your interior. Again, do the same thing, ask friends and family, go over it yourself. We're all learning, so this is, again, trial and error, and interior is the same as the cover, where it may take time to learn, and maybe it's just too generic. Maybe you need to spice it up a bit and add some more designs to it, or things like that. So definitely check into that in case your book is not selling. If your cover and interior are great, then here are a few other reasons why it may not be selling. So you may just be in too broad of a niche. So if you look up like unicorn coloring books, there's, I'm sure, thousands of unicorn coloring books. So that may be your problem, is that you just created something too generic. If you just type in notebook, thousands show up. So you might possibly need to change what type of niche that you're doing. You may need to go into more detail, and you could do like unicorn coloring books for kids ages 2 to 5, or jumbo coloring book, or things like that. You need to find a niche that doesn't have as much competition. Unless you're willing to spend a lot of money on ads, then if you go into a broad niche, then you most likely aren't going to be super successful. You can, however, get lucky, or maybe you have a super amazing book and somehow it sells a lot, and that's awesome. I'm just talking about in general, that is not how it works. So definitely niche down and figure that out, in case when you search for your book that it's a completely broad niche and there are thousands and thousands, and you most likely are struggling in that area. This goes along with tip number 4, or not really a tip, but reason number 4 as to why you may be struggling, and that is bad keywords. So when I first started, I had no idea how to do keywords, and I'm still learning. I do have a video on keywords that seem to work well for me, so please go ahead and check that out. However, if you have keywords that are not good, they're too broad, they have tons of competition, or they're just not good keywords at all, this is a huge reason as to how people find your book. So if you don't have good keywords or good title or good subtitle, things like that, then people aren't going to find it, unfortunately. So that's something else to look into. If your cover and your interior are great and you have a really good niche, then you need to look into your keywords and figure that out. Please go ahead and check out my video. Again, I go into detail on how to make sure that you have great keywords and things like that. This is, again, a learning curve. Figure out what works best for you. But this seems to be a common problem when people are first starting out. And again, like I said, I struggled with this a lot myself. I feel pretty good about them now, but I'm still learning every single day I work on this business. And reason number 5, which is kind of ironic, but is just no reason at all. Sometimes with how KDP works, your book may just not appear places. It might not be in the system correctly, or the system is just, there's just too many books and it might just get lost. Which I'm not sure if this is like a technology thing or just a random fluke. Maybe you can, a random fluke, you could maybe unpublish it and publish it again and see if it changes it. But if everything else, your cover, your interior checks off, you have amazing keywords, it's not a competitive niche, things like that, there might not even be a solid reason as to why. It may just be a loss, or you may try to re-upload and publish it again and see if it does any better. You also need to give your book some time. It takes time for Amazon to get it into the system. So if you don't sell any books right away, give it a few months at least to get into their system and their algorithm and everything like that, because it will definitely take time for Amazon to figure out where it belongs and what people are interested in the book, and for everything to load. I believe it takes up to 10 days for all of the features to even just appear first on your Amazon page. So definitely give it some time. Sometimes books won't sell, and then all of a sudden a year later, I've seen people on YouTube post that they all of a sudden have hundreds of sales. So definitely give your book some time in case everything else seems to be perfect and you're just at a loss as to why it's not selling. Or you can always try ads too, if you're willing to spend some money in that. But just remember, like, if whatever money you spend on ads, just please don't spend money that you don't have, because then you'll just be getting yourself into a rut, which I'm sure you already know that, but I just like to give a little disclaimer whenever I mention ads like that, or at least I try to. So I hope this was helpful. I'll recap quickly on the 5 reasons or potential reasons that your book may not be selling. Reason number 1 is bad cover. Number 2 is bad interior. Number 3 is too broad of a niche. Number 4 is bad keywords. And number 5 is just no reason, just for some reason, I guess. Amazon isn't promoting your book, or it's not selling, so there isn't a particular reason. So there's no particular reason, but for some reason, obviously, it's just so weird going back and forth, saying no reason and reason. It's just not selling, and again, like I said, you can republish it and see if that will work, and you can unpublish your old one, or maybe it just needs some more time, or you can try running ads or something like that. So I hope this was helpful. In case you haven't had any sales, definitely check out these 5 potential reasons why. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, concerns, or whatever, please feel free to comment them below. I do my best to get back to everybody that I can. If you have any suggestions for new videos, I always love to hear them, so please feel free to comment them as well. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate all of the support so much. Thank you again for watching. You are all incredible, and I appreciate it so, so much. So have a wonderful day.